Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first of 8 podcasts you'll be getting live here from Cape Epic down in South Africa. Today was the Prologue, and I'll give you the stats on this stage, and then we're going to hear from each of the teams on how they did. So it'll be quick updates to keep you up to speed, but go to our blog, that's trainerroad.com/blog, and our Instagram, just find us at TrainerRoad, to be able to get all the details and even more information, and even talk with the racers and ask them how the race is going. A super cool opportunity. So the details. The Prologue is short. 12 miles or 20 kilometers, and you climb 1,969 feet or 600 meters over this course. To give you an idea of what that is, that's almost the climbiest stage that we have in terms of your climb to distance ratio for this whole race. But it's short at only 12 miles. So the course is known for having kind of some like fast and cruisy fire roads, some steep climbing, traverse, and then some steep descending. And that's what it delivered. However, unexpected in this case was the rain and really slick conditions that we had for the days leading up to this. So let's hear from the teams and see how they dealt with those challenges and kicking off this huge race. Our plan with the Prologue was to kind of divide and conquer, I guess. Would you say that's a good way to summarize it, Brandon?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So we have different strengths and different weaknesses. Brandon is fast on the climbs. I'm faster on the descents. So what we decided to do on this course is allow ourselves to get apart. You're not allowed to be more than 2 minutes apart, but we figured on this course that wouldn't happen unless a severe problem happened. And it did not, thankfully. So our plan was to let Brandon let me get ahead on some of the descents and let Brandon climb back up to me.
We'll mention that all of the others in there doing the race with us said that was a terrible idea, but we decided we were going to roll with it. This was as good of a course as any to separate just a little bit. Yeah.
And I guess it's risky, but I don't really see us employing that a whole lot at all. Maybe not at all. I don't know for the rest of this, just because we don't know what the course is like. And in this case, we could pre-ride and see what it was like. But I think how'd we end up doing with that strategy, Brandon?
Yeah, I think with this one, there was a specific kind of chunky, rocky descent section leading into the steeper climb. So we kind of went into it saying that, John, you can go away a little bit on this, and I should be able to catch up, and we should be able to go a bit faster. And I think it worked like a charm. It gave me an opportunity to kind of just take the descent at a pace that was good for me. And then, didn't have to surge too much on the climb. And that also gave you the opportunity to just kind of hang out on the climb and do your own pace as well. Yeah.
It worked well. The descent was, your descending was awesome. Like, so much faster than pre-riding. I feel like it was like you're a gamer, like when the race is on.
Oh yeah. This was first meaningful race in years. So we were ready to roll.
Yeah, it was a blast. 313 normalized power for me, like 200 or 220 or something like that, or 260 average, I think was it. Brandon, how about you?
It was 229 average and 268 normalized.
There we go. And then we came in for 56:18 was our time. And that puts us in 37th amongst all the open men and 47th, I believe, or perhaps 48th. 48th overall out of all of the teams. So our goal was top 50, and we're sitting really well with that. Excited for tomorrow.
Yeah. We're looking at the map right now.
Longest stage.
Looks good.
Yeah. Longest stage, which should be good.
I would say today got off to a good start, just to kind of set the tone for the week and have just a nice little leg opener. We didn't go too crazy. I think we rode fairly conservatively. Still a long week, and we're interested to see what's going to happen the rest of the week. But yeah, I quite enjoyed it today. Unfortunately, I had a little tumble close to the end, like 2Ks to go. Just slipped on a bridge. It was a little bit muddy and slippery out there. But luckily nothing serious. And looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, so pretty much summed up everything we could have chatted about. Super amped. I mean, it's our first epic. Super stoked that we're racing for TrainerRoad. Looking forward to the stages ahead. We took it a bit more conservative today on the Prologue, being that it is our first epic. We've done some similar racing before, but I guess Epic has the name, so we want to make it to the finish. Today was super lot of fun. Again, for us, it's home trails, so it was really nice. The weather was looking a bit sloppy yesterday, but or as we've heard Jonathan say, tacky. So the main single track was super tacky today, which was super nice, super fun. Unfortunately, Rousseau had a bit of a tumble, but the aim is to have no more of those for the rest of the race. And tomorrow's the official stage 1, 98 Ks, and I think, I'm not sure in feet, but in meters it's 1,800 meters.
Sweet. So I think also obviously me and Rob know each other well, but before Wednesday we haven't seen each other in probably 4
months.
3-4 months. So we haven't ridden together. So we also didn't really know where each one is at. Like we did the last stage race we did together was I think Peter Platt in Feb.
Was that still this year?
That was this year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
In March, I think. And I made some work of getting better, just getting closer to his level. And I think I'm definitely there. Didn't have the best day, I would say, but good enough. And I think with something like Epic, you just want to knock out those 8 out of 10 days and just be consistent in your performance. I mean, I think if you're going to have a flyer of a day, you're going to pay for it later on. So I think to be decently consistent throughout the race will pay off towards the end for sure. And I think that's our long game.
So today was a bit of riding conservatively because we've got a long way to go, but also getting back in that rhythm of communication and just knowing where each other's at and figuring that out. For sure, today was maybe a bit short, 20 kilometers, but over the coming days, we've got enough time to figure out our race dynamic and work out our strengths and our weaknesses and sort of build on sort of steps as a team, and sort of hopefully by the end of it, we'll be flying. Maybe a stage win.
Yeah, exactly. Aim high. No, I'm thinking just kind of take it day by day, like we said, and just figure things out. I think obviously Rob's got on a good day probably 10-15 kilograms on me, so he's definitely a mountain goat on the hills, and I'm a bit better on the punchy stuff. But I think overall the route has a bit of that combination, which I think is quite good. So first couple of days, if I can survive it over the big mountains and not be too broken, I think we can finish strong.
The prologue is done. It was just over an hour, lots of climbing. It was super wet and very muddy in sections, but pretty tacky in other sections too. My power meter did not work when we started. It worked before, and then something's going on. I got to try to fix it where it just didn't work at the beginning. So we just went out at Sophia's pace, and that pace was extremely fast. I don't know, Sophia, did you have any thoughts about pacing at the beginning? Because it seemed like we went up those hills really, really fast at the beginning.
Yeah, I think what was crazy was that, we started on some road, and then you actually had 2 kind of steep 30-second pitches that could really take it all out of you if you went really hard. And then we got to this little traverse section that was super muddy, and I think you were leading through that, and it definitely caught us off guard. And I was like, oh boy, if all the climbs are going to be like this, we're going to be in trouble. But we passed our first group within the first minute, and you were stoked. That was our goal, was to pass at least one group of people, and then we quickly realized that we were moving at a really fast pace, and we were going to catch a lot of riders that started in front of us. And I think maybe 1 or 2 groups passed us, and there was a few that we kind of had a little bit of a battle on. But you were climbing well. I think I think there's 2 little technical sections that kind of caught us off guard on the climbs.
Yeah, wet roots, and then the really muddy section. I hit my bars against the barriers, and that knocked me over. But I didn't fall. I just unclipped.
Yeah, and then the very scary plum pudding, which is everybody talks about it. I was scared about it because everybody said it was super technical. And when we pre-rode it yesterday, it was actually, you had a little bit layer of mud, so it was a little bit slippery. But today, the conditions were all prime. We even at the top tried to let the 2 guys in front of us go just so we had a little bit of room in the case that they weren't descending fast. And we caught them at the very bottom. And one of the guys unclipped, which kind of messed up Nate for the final little bit. And
I unclipped then. Yep.
But then we got into this fire road, and this guy was descending like a champ. I'm super proud of him. I think now that we've we should say we're sitting 4th.
Oh yeah, we're 4th place, so
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, Mr. We're going to be 20th or something.
I think we were within 3 minutes of like 2nd and 3rd are pretty close. The Starks who are winning, we're not going to beat them. They beat Jonathan and Brandon. But 2nd or 3rd is possible over many days because anything can happen, and you can make up 2 minutes over 33 hours left of racing or something like that.
But yeah, day 2 tomorrow. It's a bit longer day.
Day 2, it's the longest day we have. There's like a couple little climbs, a big climb, but then like the last 2/3 is all kind of downhill, and not downhill like a flat or 1 or 2% down with little kickers in there. And I'm hoping in that kind of section, if you can help me get over those climbs, then we could take turns pulling. Because I think I can pull pretty strong still on flats like that. And we can just jam it as fast as possible all the way in. And we're also going to have it where Sophia's going to carry some more of my water and stuff to get more weight off me for the climbs. But yeah, I think that's probably the right strategy for us to do that tomorrow. And if we can get any time back and move up at all, be super proud of us.
I know, and I think today we did so good in communication. I think
I didn't say a word. You just said good things the whole time. It was like riding with Lee McCormick. Good job, Nate. Blah blah blah. I love it. So please keep doing that.
No, but it was pointing things out. If I come around a sharp turn and I see that it was a really steep incline, I would say shift up, or like tight turn, or there's water bars. Just kind of helping you be more aware, or just, because sometimes we can zone out really quick. But if you have someone pointing those things out, it makes it a lot easier. And then also a big thank you to everybody there that was cheering for us, and there's a lot of you guys that watch the podcast, have been following this journey for the past 2 years, and, have come up to say hello and introduce yourself. So thank you for doing that. We definitely really appreciate it.
Yeah, it helps. Thank you.
And we're, looking forward to seeing you guys on the official stage 1 tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Good job, teammate.
Thank you. You too.
Bye, everyone.